Welcome back, everybody. Sports Federation TV, where we look after the sports in the Western Cape. And now it's time for us to move our attention to Lifesaving. With me on the show now is Natan Brittz and Stephen Sparks, both lifesavers at Llandudno. Stephen, welcome to Sports Federation TV.
Thank you very much.
You were quite vocal there before the show. You talk a lot, huh?
Sometimes.
Yeah, you look like you're having a lot of fun all the time.
Yeah, I'm a happy person.
Natan, do you guys train together?
Yeah.
All right. Is he the joker in the pack?
A little bit.
When
he does train.
All right. So tell us a bit about the training. What does it mean to be a lifesaver? How much training do you guys have to do? How many times a week do you have to go? Is it quite intense?
Yeah, definitely. I did rugby all through high school and at club level as well.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't compare. We train 3 times a week. I think it's 1 hour Tuesdays, Thursdays, 2 hours on a Sunday. But the intensity of it just doesn't compare. You're permanently, that entire session, you're running up and down, going duck diving, swimming out, swimming back, and just non-stop fitness. It's something else.
So Stephen, you're a multi-talented athlete, from what I understand. Everyone talks about the fact that you do karate and you do also, but lifesaving is how does that compare?
Yeah, very much so. Like, it's one of my main summer sports.
Yeah.
I love it, and I train obviously 3 times a week at the beach, and we normally train twice a week outside of the beach, so at the pool or at like going for trail runs or something.
How many of you guys are training at a time?
It can be anything from 10 to 30 or 40 oaks.
And so you say it's your summer sport, so does it go quiet in the winter, or are there less people, or do you guys just take a break? Or?
So lifesaving is obviously a seasonal thing, so it's only in the summer. We as a club train in winter, not as often, but we do train about twice a week in winter.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you and Natan, let's bring you back in here. So this is obviously competitive training.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we have, throughout the season, we'll have different competitions. It's all over the Western Cape, but then we also have Western Province, which is all the different clubs in the province come together, have one big competition, and then SAs, where all the best clubs in SA compete for top club in South Africa. So
how would your training vary now? I mean, if you think about rugby training, you mentioned early on, and Stephen, of course, does karate on the side. There's a different type of training against in a dojo. Rugby, you've got rugby field, and again, the guys are in the gym. What type of training exercises would you guys be doing? There's a lot of sprinting on the beach.
Well, South Africa, lifesaving has a lot of facets to it. So in competitions, you've got a whole bunch of different events that you do in these competitions. So you have ski training, where you have a paddle ski, quite a long craft, kind of like quite a narrow kayak. Yeah. And that requires a lot of paddle training. And then you got Malibuing, which is kneel board, where you paddling with your hands. Yes. And then sprint training, swim training. And because of you have all these different activities, you get quite a wide variety of exercise.
Do you have your have your special events that you prefer? Stephen, what's yours?
I'm kind of an all-rounder. I
you don't mind what you just go for it, doesn't it?
Beach and sea to me is kind of both of them. But lifesaving is very much fitness levels. We do a lot of fitness training. Yeah. And then, we focus on technique only slightly, but mainly fitness and also a little bit of strength. But
we've got a photograph of you. Let's take a quick look at this picture of you guys on the beach. Just tell us about this picture here. Who we got in the picture? Is this everyone from Llandudno?
Okay, so on the left-hand side, you can see is the guy in the blue, which is my father, actually. All right. So that's an instructor or a examiner. Yeah. So they teach us to become lifesavers, and they teach us what we require to do in the rescue situations. Yeah. So in the beginning of the seasons, even though you're a lifesaver, you have to do a refresher where you learn all your techniques again to perform a rescue. Right. And then after that, you do a little test on the beach, a physical test and stuff, and you perform those rescue techniques, and then if you pass, obviously you become a lifesaver. And then for the rest of the year, the club itself focuses more on competition stuff and fitness and stuff. So in the beginning of the year, it's the technique to perform rescues, and then after that, it's all to do with fitness and sport. And
okay, well, talking about rescues, the two of you were just awarded by Lifesaving South Africa, or at least Western Cape Lifesaving, I think. You were just awarded an award for bravery. I mean, lifesavers put their lives at risk every day. Every time, I mean, especially with the weather in the Cape, you can imagine. We've heard so many tragic stories. But we believe that there was a quite a nasty incident lately. Natan, maybe you can tell us a little bit about this award that you guys got and what it was for.
Well, it was a real honor, of course. Like most of the time, as a lifeguard, you doing your job. You don't expect to be honored or receive any kind of awards for it. It's just part of the role. You have the good with the bad.
Yeah.
So you want more clarification on the actual incident itself or the award?
Well, just tell us something. Maybe tell us. I mean, it was obviously a tragic event. We believe that the person in question passed away. But I mean, tell us about what was going through your mind at that time.
You're just trying to get out as quickly as possible. You focus on the one thing, getting out, and is nothing else at the time. You especially like days like this was massive waves. Normally you would struggle to get out, but in situations like that, you just gun it, give you everything you got.
So in a situation like that, you've got somebody out there who's swimming, they get themselves stuck maybe in a current or get behind the breakers, or they're getting moved around. They're obviously in a situation that they don't know how to get out of it. When you go into that situation, do you know comfortably that this is something you've been prepared for and you actually know how to get in and out that situation?
Of course, luckily we all of our life-saving activities happen at one beach, Londona Beach.
Yeah.
And we love it. We know this.
So you know where to go and where to
Exactly.
swim and where angles. And tell us a little bit about what happened on the day, Stephen.
We were sitting on pro duty, which is paid duty lifesaving, and we were informed that there's somebody out in trouble there. And we obviously didn't know the situation of the person, so I responded. Started to go out on a Malibu board, and I started struggling because of the weather conditions. It was just way too big, so I ditched my board and started swimming out, and at the same time Natan joined me on the way out. And
so you at least had each other as partners.
Yeah, we had
you
each
could
other
keep an eye on
as
each
partners.
other. And
we got out there, to be honest, we got out there quite a lot longer than we expected, and we saw a body, and at the time when we got there we kind of saw that the body was dead. It was a corpse pretty much. So from then on we obviously knew it wasn't really a rescue, it was more of a recovery.
Yes.
Which gives you more time on your hands, but still you want to get it back in as quick as possible for your own safety. And it was, when you perform a rescue, you never know what to expect, whether the person's dead or alive, or what you have to do.
You do the best you can.
Yeah, you do the best you can.
What's next for you guys now in the world of lifesaving? You continue, more fitness, more training.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just want to keep that level, be prepared for those types of situations. That's all you can do.
All right, Stephen, Natan, we're going to leave it at that. Congratulations on that award. We've got a photograph there that we will be showing during the show. Congratulations. It's guys like you that obviously make us feel a lot safer when we're out in the water, and proud of you guys for representing lifesaving in the Western Cape.
Thanks
so
you.
much.
Stephen, good luck with the karate.
Thank you very much.
And Natan, we'll see you on the beach.
Definitely.
There we go. Folks, we're going to take an ad break, and when we come back from the break, we'll be speaking to Dylan Tommy. He's the president of Lifesaving South Africa. It was on the show a while back, and of course, generally he's up at the big league meetings, right at the top of the pile. But bring him in, and we'll have a chat and find out how lifesaving is happening in the rest, along the rest of the country. Back in a sec.